Stampers, welcome back to my studio today. I always love having you stop by for some craftiness. Today's card is a holiday-based card and it has quite a few techniques in it. The techniques can be incorporated into other cards, but today it's going to focus on holiday. There is a link, there are links actually at the bottom of this in the description that tell you where I got all of my product from. And also in the upper right hand corner, there's a little eye. You can find out all the information there also. So this card right here is just done with some candy canes. It's got, so many little things in here that are just fun. And I hope I teach you how to do just a few things that you may not know. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with our top layer right here, and that is just a piece of whipped cream cardstock. And as you can see, it's white. It doesn't look white in this card, but it is white to start with. So what I'm going to do is bring in some scrap paper here, and I'm going to show you how I got this. I'm going to grab one of my Tim Holtz daubers right here, and I'm going to grab my Fun Stampers Journey Denim Days ink. And we're going to actually burnish the inside of this, going from the outside in. So we want the darkest parts here on the outside of the card and moving our way into the inside. I'm going to just try to get that in there to show you what I mean by that. All right, so I'm just going to load up this ink right here and just start on the side and just kind of work my way in. And then as I'm working my way in, I'm just going to lighten it up. See how nice and juicy that is? Beautiful. And then just kind of feathering it out. Doing the same on this corner. Start at the back end and work my way in. And just lightening it up as I go along. All right, just kind of smoothing it out here in the middle. Make sure that your ink pad is very well inked when you're doing this. You want a nice juicy ink pad to grab all of that beautiful color. Alrighty, just keep burnishing, burnishing, burnishing. I love to burnish. Making sure you just smooth this right out here, smooth the side over here, and then just work your way in. Alright, so we want to keep the inside nice and light. And I'm going to show you how to smooth that out in just a moment also. Using a lot of different mediums. Here we go. There we go. All right, so now we've got the base down right here. The next thing that I'm going to bring in is let's get this out of the way. Well, let's see. Let's just kind of change the papers here so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Pan Pastel, and this is from the Party Pop from Fun Stampers Journey. And I'm just going to bring in some of my white, and I'm going to start in the middle, and that's just going to kind of blend all of this in. All right, just kind of get that middle nice and even. See how it's kind of just evening it all out? There we go. There we go. Alrighty, so now we've got the middle. It still doesn't look like too much, but it's just so pretty. Look at that, it's just so pretty. All right, now what we need to do is we need to take, and I'm going to just grab a box. I don't know if you can see this or not. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can do this so that you can actually see what I'm doing. I just take an old box and add my card into the box. I'm going to grab some of my white whipped cream. That's my whipped cream silk from Fun Stampers Journey. I'm just going to shake it up until I hear that little BB, and then I know it's all shaken up, shook up, shaken up. I'm all shook up. All right, and then what I'm going to do is just flick some color in here. Isn't that so pretty? It kind of looks like snowdrops. There we go. And you can put as much or as little on as you want. I just want a couple more drops right down here. There we go. Alrighty, so that's going to take just but a bit to dry. Let me put a few more up here so you can go kind of crazy. But like I said, you can do as many or as little as you want. It's just such cool stuff. All right, so let's get our box back out of there. Set that on there. And let me bring in the original one right here. The color is on our background. So You know how I told you we started out with a white piece of paper? Look at how beautiful that is now. It's not white anymore. It's got some really gorgeous things going on here. I didn't fuss with too much in the middle because we've got all of our candy cane goodness going on in there right there. All right, so I'm going to just set this over here. It is dry, but I'm still going to just set it off to the side for right now. And let's work on our candy canes. So what I did was I took this stamp set, and the link is below. I took this stamp set and I stamped some of my candy canes, and it also comes with dies. So it has matching dies, it has the little matching bow, but it has the 2 stamps, and it has the stamp for the bow also. Let me just show you what they look like. Here they are. All right, so there's that one and this one. All right, so I just stamped those, and me, you know me, I just can't stamp one. I have to stamp a whole bunch of them. But I did that ahead of time, and then I used my Tim Holtz Vagabond to cut them out, my electronic machine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I colored them. Now, do you see what this little, okay, so it started out with the white. I colored it with, I just colored it with my Copic markers. That's what it looks like with just one color. Then I shaded it just a little bit around the outsides. Do you see how it made it look so it's not so flat looking? And then at the very end, I added even more depth to it by giving it that little stripe with one of my jelly roll pens. All right, so let me take you through the steps. Those are what they look like. All right, so the first step is to get it to look like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I think I will take the lipstick red, because that's lighter than the strong red, and you can take any red that you want. I'm going to use the brush end of my Copic marker. All right, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm just going to color just inside the lines. I'm just going to take and I'm going to color with my alcohol markers here. And I like the Copic sketch. They have a chisel end, but this is my favorite end. This is the brush end. I just love these. I got them from Simon Says, and they've got some amazing specials going on over the holiday weekend. So make sure you check that out on my little links below or on my blog. And don't miss any of them, because you are going to be so excited when you see what they are. All right, so again, this is just coloring all the way down, coloring 101, all right, staying inside the lines. And you're going to do that all the way down. You're going to do that for both of your candy canes. And when you're done, don't put this one away because we're going to use it again. When you're done, this is what it looks like. Now what we want to do is we want to get it so that we can see how it is going to give it some depth. Okay, so we want to make sure that the candy cane looks round. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Copic R39. I'm going to take the brush tip end, and what I'm going to do is I am going to take and all around the edges, I'm just going to take and edge it with this darker marker. All right, just around. So this right here will be on the side, not in here, because the inside of this we want to be popped up more than the outside, because we want it to look rounded. All right, so I'm just going to go all the way around this with my pen, and this is my R39. You can take any other color red that's darker and just keep going all the way around. When you're done with that, you're going to get this thing that looks like there's just too harsh of a line right here. Now remember I said to keep this one out. This is our lighter one. This is our R29. What you're going to do now is you're going to take and you're going to blend these two. You're going to go back with the lighter brush and you're just going to blend them together. And when you do that, this alcohol blends the two of them to make it look like there's not this really harsh line. And I like to blend sometimes in, sometimes backwards, but look at the difference between these lines and this line. Do you see how harsh this line is right here? Let me just show you. I'll give you a closer look. Do you see how harsh that line is between the two of them? Let's take and we'll just kind of blend them together. And when you do that, okay, the difference between this line right here and this line, it's just so pretty. So when you do that on both sides, the top and the bottom, all around the ends, you get this look right here. So now it looks like your candy cane is 3D. So we're going to do the same thing with your bow. So what I did was I started out my bow I'm going to use 3 different colors on my bow. I'm going to start it with let's see, this one is the Y02, so it's a yellow, and it's a very light yellow. So what I did was I colored the whole thing in, just like I did with the light red. I just colored the whole thing in with this Y02. Okay, so you're going to do that to the whole thing. When you're done with that, you're going to go in with, I did 3 colors on this one. I went in on the brush tip again, and I just kind of outlined pretty far in with my green. All right, leaving some of the yellow showing. Okay. And then I went in. So that's where this one's at. So I'm gonna pick it up with this one. So here we have the green, the yellow, and now we're gonna go in with the darker green. So let me just show you what I did. I'm gonna take this really dark green right here. This is a G29, and what I'm gonna do is just put a very thin line around the outside of it. Now you can tell the difference, really harsh, okay? With that line right there. I'm also going to line this right here because there's a shadow down here. All right. And then right here is definitely a shadow. Right here. Okay. And probably a little bit right here, but not too much because the light is coming in from over here. All right, same thing right here. We're going to do a little bit right here. Good. Alrighty, so now we have that. Now we're going to go back with that lighter color, and I'm going to do the green, all right, and just start blending it. Now I might have to go back in and get a little bit more of the darker green, but we're just going to kind of play with it for right now, all right? So just watch the way it transforms. So pretty. It just transforms it, and it looks so vibrant. That's what I love about Copic markers, is that they just bring a piece so much, just some vibrance. All right, now let me just show you one more really cool little thing, okay? And that would be to take some of our jelly rolls. All right, these are jelly roll pens. This happens to be the white one. This one comes in 3 sizes, and I suggest you get this pack because you use these for different things. Now, let me just show you a couple different things. I went outside the lines on purpose. Seriously, I did, just so that I can show you. So I will take my jelly roll and just cover up where I went outside the line. All right, and I think that's about it. And then what I also did was I actually put a little line all the way around. So you want to go very lightly. You don't want to scrub this in, but we're just going to go very lightly all the way around. I usually do one line first and then go back and make it a little bit darker. But this is my line. You don't want to go all the way to the end. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and just make it a little bit thicker. Okay? And just kind of draw your line on there. It's just to give it a little bit more highlight. Isn't that so pretty? I do this quite often, just highlighting with this pen. I love this jelly roll. You can get this by going to my blog and going to my affiliate link in Simon Says. All right, make sure you go to my my link though. All right, so there's my 2 candy canes. I'm going to add just a little bit of highlight right in here on both of these. Maybe a little bit right here on both sides. All right, isn't that so cute? All right, so we've got those done. We've got the, let's see, put the top back onto my jelly roll. Okay, and now we're going to bring in all of our pieces. The only thing we have left to do is our Merry Christmas. So I'm going to bring in my black licorice ink from Fun Stamper's Journey, my Tim Holtz stamp positioner, and my words. So my words I'm getting from a Fun Stamper's Journey stamp set, and that would be the Merry Christmas, which is right here. All right, so what I have is just I don't even know how big this piece is. I think it's about ½ inch. All right, I'm going to lay my words right down here, and I want to do it in the middle of it because I want to make sure that I have enough room to do my little banner. And this was just a scrap sheet of paper. All right, so let's just lay that down and pick up the stamp. All right, let's ink up my stamp. And stamp her down. I love this because it's got this, well, you can't see it. I love it because it's got this extra little handle here that you actually can lift up. Look at how perfect that is. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so here's our little banner, and I think that we're just about done with that part of it. Let me bring in my scissors here, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit of this to start with. It's always better to have too much than not enough. And then what I do is just cut right up the middle, and then bring this one in and bring this one in. And that way there you've got it centered perfectly. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to bring it in and bring it in. Now we have our banner. Let's make it so it's a little bit flowy. All right, we're going to do that with our crease tool. So we're going to let it go up here. We're going to go in the middle here, and then we're going to end it with going up again. So there's our little banner. So now I think we have all of our pieces, and let's see how this transforms. All right, so we're going to take our base card. Yes, I always do a million of these. I'm going to take some of my Easy Glide right here. And before I do that, I don't like to waste paper, so let me just cut this off. All right, I usually do about ½ inch. Doesn't have to be anything perfect because you're never going to see it, but I can always use this for scrap paper or another layer on another card. If you want it to be perfect, I suggest you use the rectangle dies. Here we go. Alrighty, to finish it off, I can either trim it with my scissors or just rip it, because like I said, this is just going to be scrap paper for me. But look at how much paper I saved, and I have all of this paper right here to use for another project. All right, and then just add some of our Easy Glide to the middle here. And like I said, make sure you check the links below or hop on over to my blog. That's probably the best place to go, and go right into my my little shop, and those will bring you directly to my links, and you're not going to be sorry. You're going to absolutely love what we have. And again, we have some specials going on, so make sure you check those out. I'm going to use my, let's see, I'm going to use my small foam squares for, first I'm going to place these in here. All right, so these right here, I'm just going to Easy Glide these two together. All right, and then when you use alcohol markers, they do bleed through. Okay, so that's why you see stuff on the back as well as the front. I'm going to center this right here in the middle. Not too, I want it a little bit high because I do have my banner to go down there. This is what I'm going to put my little foam squares on right here. So cute. I love this card. I love the way it came out. There we go. Whoops. And that's going to go right here in the middle. All right, this is going to go right down here like this. So I'm going to take and put my little foam squares where it pops back out. Okay. There we go. Isn't that so cute? Oh my goodness. I just love this card. Now I am going to show you something that you can do if you don't want to do all of the burnishing, which I think absolutely makes this card. But if you decide you don't want to do the burnishing, what you can do is to take a piece of your navy cardstock and just use the, this is a faster way to do it, but I just don't think it looks as vibrant as this one. What I did was I took my navy cardstock, I took my pan pastel and just did that in the middle of it. And then sprinkled it with our little silk right here. Again, if you like this, make sure you comment on it below, hit the like button, and always share this with your friends. I really appreciate my videos getting out there. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Thank you so much for stopping by. You take care, have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.